Okay, we finally live. Oh, good God, I need a better light setup. I also need a haircut because all this rat's mane is getting in my face. And I can't do a comb over. Uh, what? Look at Apparently now I'm Sonic the Hedgehog with a little like weird mane back there. Okay, that don't look right. Hold on. Anyway, guys, what is going on? It is I, Steve, also known as Sly Cooper 88, also known as, so far, the laziest first-year comic book writer ever. No, I've been pretty consistent, guys. I've got to work on a couple of my manuscripts and stuff. A couple of little different projects that in the near future I might try to see if I can kickstart and whatnot. But for right now, I'm just like testing how I want to lay out pages and lay out material and stuff, and what stuff I might want to make like actual novels just on the side, and what I may want to try to make into comics. And whatnot. But I thought that I would actually do something really cool, which is my first unboxing. And by unboxing, I mean like actual subscription stuff. Um, and I had bought a couple of comics, like previous boxes from them, but I'm going to do, and I'm actually going to peel this off of here first. I should have done this before I started on the webcam. But I'm trying out, guys, a couple of different subscription box things, and it's really going to be cool to me, I think. So I will be testing out a couple of different boxes. Some will be good, and some will be bad. And you know what? I'm just going to grab a pen and hope I don't smudge the ink. In case those of you who are wondering this, yes, I am scribbling out my address on the package, because apparently it's not wanting to take the package thing off. If it does still show up on cam, then I'll just try to find another way to get it off of there. So let's see if this will. Whoop. I always keep forgetting that my webcam doesn't proper. Okay, perfect. Sorry, yeah, it's like, I can't make out what Steve's thing is. No, just to block out address for anonymity, guys, obviously. But anyway, guys, yeah, the next one I'll try to be a little bit more prepared with trying to get this out there. But anyway, we're almost like 4 minutes in, so I don't want to waste time. But anyway, guys, as you could obviously see, yes, I am doing my first unboxing for Comic Bento. And I'm really excited about this, guys, and kind of also ironic, because I tried to sign up for the previous box before, and I ended up doing the box that Gail Simone curated, which was last month's. So I'm going to stick with this for like another month or two just to test it out. But so far, Comic Bento as a subscription service, guys, I definitely very recommend for those of you who want to try it out for a month or two. I know this month's, the month of November, is going to be a button masher theme. So for those of you who are video game fans, it's going to be like comics based around like video games or arcade games or something of the like. You know, much like many subscription boxes, Comic Bento always has a theme. Last month's, in the month of October, that Gail Simone helped curate. This one is called Masks. So this is the Bento box that I got, which is the Masks box that Gail curated. And next month's will be Button Mashers. And I really love Comic Bento as a service. And this isn't just, oh, they're paying me to do this, or no, I genuinely, like, when I tried this service, I thought, well, I'm going to buy a couple of the previous boxes, because here's what's cool about Comic Bento, guys, before I open up the box. Your subscription is separate from the store account. Now you're like, okay, what do you mean by a store account, Steve? Comic Bento has a store, guys. where if they have leftover boxes from the last couple of months, they will actually, for 25 bucks a pop, $25, um, you can get previous boxes if they are still available and not sold out. So I managed to get, like, I did go overboard and get like 3 boxes, so it's like, yeah, 75 bucks gone right there, but it was well worth it because Comic Bento, what they'll do is they will, of course, have their theme every month, and they will pick anywhere from 4, sometimes 5 if they can fit them, but mainly the number is usually 4 comics, and it's always graphic novels. So they'll send you 4 graphic novels that are tied to that theme. The clearest example that I give is last year's Christmas theme. It was called Colors of the Season. And it was like, of course, when we think of Christmas, guys, we usually think of what? We usually think of green, red, maybe a little bit like silver and gold tinsel. And that was the themes that they went with for December, 2014's, like, Colors of the Season box. So, listen to this. You guys will like this. The 4 graphic novels that they chose was from Dynamite Comics, Green Hornet Blood Ties, Baptism of Fire, which was the very first volume, the very first volume of Eric Larson's Savage Dragon. Hopefully I didn't, butcher Eric's, last name. I think it's pronounced Larson. But yeah, from Image, it's basically a reprint of the first volume of the first, like, 6 or 7 Savage Dragon comics. So yeah, reprinting of the first volume of, Savage Dragon. From Top Shelf Publishing was a book called The King, which is basically a story about a tabloid reporter that used to write about Elvis back in the day. And the entire premise of this book is that this Elvis impersonator wearing this very Dr. Fate, like Greco-Roman inspired, like, gold helmet, is so good and selling out Vegas shows so good that many people are starting to wonder if this impersonator is actually the real Elvis trying to make a secret comeback. So the story is that this tabloid reporter is trying to figure out if this is the real Elvis or not. And what I love is that the book jades you every time. Just when you think that you got it figured out, they add one more story element. So that was really fun. That was cool. And the last one, guys, was the modernization of the Valiant universe, which was the first volume of Bloodshot, like the modernization of Bloodshot. So that was kind of really cool. So that, like, gives you a sense, guys, that yeah, they don't just pull from Marvel and DC, but they pull from Image, Valiant, Dark Horse, Top Shelf Publishing, Archie Comics, a lot of different, like, companies and publishers. So you get a real good broad, like, spectrum of different comic companies, but also different characters. I think one box was like a Femme Fatale box, which unfortunately sold out. At least I think it sold out. But it had, like, Dynamite's rechristening and modernization of Miss Fury, the pulp hero Miss Fury. They had one that dealt with Judge Anderson from the Judge Dredd comics, like her adventures. I think there was like a Black Widow like novel, or like a Marvel Girls team up, something like that. Ow, I just popped my finger. But I mean, it gives you a broad spectrum, guys. Okay, they go with the theme and then they kind of roll with it. So it's very fun, guys, and I definitely can recommend. If you don't want to get the subscription, you can, like I said, for 25 bucks, and if they're still there, you guys can get a previous box. Blind Ferret Entertainment, the people that run Comic Bento, they won't, like, punish you if you don't want to, like, subscribe to their box. No, they'll make the other boxes if there's still some supplies left, available to you. And I really dig that, and I really love that, guys. And that's one of the many reasons that I think I may end up sticking with Comic Bento for a little bit, as much as it financially makes sense. And I should be, probably tomorrow or so, I'll probably do my Nerd Block review, because I did also subscribe to Nerd Block, so that should be fun. I'll get to bring in the christening unboxing of Nerd Block's sci-fi box as well, because they just now have released a sci-fi box. So that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to bring that in because I know that Nerd Block's excited about about making a sci-fi box because people kept asking if they were ever gonna do one. So I got to get on the list for that. So, but anyway, guys, I'm sure after 10 minutes you want me to quit rambling, and I know that you're excited. I'm excited too. So I got my tweezers. I got my box. So let's see what Gail curated in this box, shall we? Let's see what Miss Simone has given us in this box. And try to be very gingerly careful here. Okay, one side is split. And I gotta say though, I don't know how they did the package handling, but they did kind of dent the bottom side of my box just a tad bit. So I'm hoping my books at least aren't too badly like tossed around and damaged. I'm hoping. But okay. Got the box clearly open. Okay, so let's see what we got here in bubble wrap. And it's a masks theme. Oh boy, I see the first one. I see the first one, and the first one is, I think, a book I've already got, too. Oh, they actually come, like, you know, boxed and palleted. Okay. And they actually give you a really cool... Okay. Sorry, that's just... I'm reading, I think, what's supposed to be... Also, I love the fact that I think it's Gail Simone who wrote the little introductory note. Let me see if I can... There's supposed to be like a tear point for these. Hang on, guys. Let me see if I can... Okay, hold on. I gotta get scissors. Okay. Yeah, this boxing's going on well. It's almost going to be a 20-minute unboxing because I decided to take a detour and talk about Comic Bento as a whole. But I love their service. I'm sorry. It's a cool service and I dig it. Also, oh, and all of this, especially the little sheet, try not to, well, you guys will probably end up seeing it anyway, but yeah, Gail Simone wrote the entire sheet, and they give you a sheet giving you like an overview and stuff, and I kind of already spoiled the first two books, but I'll show them up closer. Now, the first one I have to laugh at right out of the gate because I already got this. But it's cool to have like an extra copy too, and which is, you know, higher, further, faster, and more. Which it's basically, you know, Kelly Sue DeConnick and David Lopez's, you know, Captain Marvel run. But then again, can't say that I blame Gail for picking, you know, Captain Marvel. I mean, come on now. All of you who are Carol Corps fans like I am, that's a pretty big compliment to try to put yeah, Carol in any place. Now this one I'm very much excited about because I had actually wanted to originally buy this, and I didn't get the chance to, which Volume 1 of Mark Waid's Dynamite run on Green Hornet. That greatly excites me, guys. Not just because it's Mark Waid, but just because I heard Mark Waid did a lot of freaking cool things with the Green Hornet. So I'm excited to actually get to read this. Get to read Green Hornet. Now this one intrigues me. This one intrigues me right here. And it's a Dark Horse book. Never heard of this one, but I am actually... I think I actually did hear about this. I'm trying to figure it out, but Orchid from Dark Horse. I may actually read this one first. I'm not going to lie to you guys, just because this... Not just because of the cover, but I'm reading the back of this too while I'm actually talking to you guys, and I'm like, it's very interesting. Oh, and this is written by master musician Tom Morello, Morello. Not very good at pronouncing names, guys, but has been a master musician who has worked with Rage Against the Machine, The Night Watchman, and Audio Slave. This is actually really cool. I may actually read this. It's not bad. Not bad at all. And the last one, it was actually, ironically, a book I was looking at, because I've been trying to pick up more Valiant books as of late, guys. And so this is actually really cool, which is, and I actually thought about checking this out, because a lot of people actually said that this was a really, like, I love Ninjak and I love Bloodshot, and I just now, when I had bought the horror pack as well, because that was like the third book set from Comic Bento, because I got Colors of the Season, I got one that was the horror pack from last year, and then I got one that was a Cloak and Dagger theme, so it had like, you know, like spy and, you know, super thriller and espionage kind of books. And when I was reading Unity, which was part of that Cloak and Dagger pack, this was one of the books that they were advertising, and that a lot of people said that I should actually read, because this would be really fun for me, which is Harbinger. So I'm actually really excited to read about this, because a lot of people have been kind of telling me that this would be a cool series for me to get into, especially if I want to get more into the Valiant universe. Because I like XO Man of War now, like having been able to read a lot of the stuff on the character. I'm like, okay, he's cool. Definitely, guys, I'm not gonna lie, Shadow Man, Ninjak, and Bloodshot so far in my trip through the Valiant universe are the three characters that I really dig upon the most. Just because I am a supernatural and horror kind of fan, like I love that magic stuff, so Shadow Man was right up my alley. And then Bloodshot was cool. And everybody's like, really, Steve, Ninjak? You had to pick the ninja character? Dude, ninjas are freaking awesome. Like, why wouldn't I like Ninjak? And I do want to try to get, you know, Armstrong and Archer at one point. I really do. I want to try out, you know, Archer and Armstrong. I have read Rye. Rye is a pretty cool one. I do want to collect more Quantum and Woody, you know, guilty pleasure. I'm also a comedy fan, so more Quantum and Woody will definitely be added to my collection of characters from Valiant. But I'm very excited to read Harbinger. A lot of people keep saying that I would have a lot of fun with this, reading this series, or at least like giving it a try. So other than that, okay, we've got the first volume of, Omega Rising, Harbinger, book 1. From Dark Horse, we have Orchid. From Dynamite Comics, the first volume of Mark Waid's run on Daredevil. Almost said Daredevil. See, I knew I was going to mess it up and say Daredevil instead of Green Hornet. Mark Waid's run on Green Hornet from Dynamite Comics. There we go. I've bought so much of Mark Waid's Daredevil stuff that I keep synonymously putting Mark with Daredevil. I feel sorry for that. And last but not least, guys, it goes without saying, of course, Marvel Comics, Kelly Sue DeConnick and David Lopez's first volume from their run on Captain Marvel. So I now have a duplicate copy. Because I actually have this. I have another volume of this. I actually bought this right alongside David Aja and Matt Fraction's Hawkeye series. So it's kind of funny that I got essentially kind of the same book. Which, when I saw that, I was like, irony is such a cruel mistress, guys. It really is. Because I actually had wanted to collect a lot of Kelly and David Lopez's Captain Marvel run, although I ended up only getting the first volume because it was actually on sale through Books A Million. It was a buy two get one free deal, so that's kind of how it worked. But either which way, I love this. And for those of you that have not seen other unboxing videos and you happen to come across mine, or you want to keep it a surprise, you can keep it a surprise. Although it's probably ruined by now, let's be honest. But that is it, guys. That is the entirety of this comic bento box. And this was actually a fun box. I definitely would honestly, truly recommend every single one of these books. Sorry, I'm not flipping this in front of y'all. I was actually trying to read the backs where Orchid and Harbinger were, and Gale's little parting message. But this was fun, and I can honestly say, if the guys from Comic Bento are watching this, I would not mind if y'all let Gale curate another box, because this is actually a pretty cool ensemble. She did a really good job curating this. And especially if Gale somehow has found the time to long-windedly, go through all this stuff. Gale, thank you for volunteering to curate this box, because this is an awesome collection right here. You actually did really... I do have to kind of laugh that you picked Kelly's book, but like I said, I don't blame you. It's a very awesome title. But these are all good. I'm going to have to read... Well, I've already read Captain Marvel, but I'll keep that in safekeeping. This will be my quote-unquote prestige copy, and then I'll have the one that I already bought from the Books A Million order last year or so, or earlier this year, as my backup reading copy. But this is going to be so cool. Especially Mark Waid's Green Hornet. I'm sorry. It's not just because it's Mark Waid, but just because Green Hornet is one of my favorite pulp heroes. So that's going to be fun for me to get into. And reading Harbinger, because I am trying to learn more about the Valiant universe. But I may read Orchid first, just because that really intrigues me, just because of the way that story is, presented. So it should be interesting. I definitely am looking forward to the Button Masher box now. If this is all the books that, like I said, all the books that Comic Bento chooses, guys, are from multiple publishers. But also, you can tell right here, they have a great selection. They have a great taste in picking books that really will appeal to people based on the theme that they're on. And I'll say this right now, because I told myself when I do this unboxing video that I wanted to put this out there. If the guys from Blind Ferret Entertainment, if I ever am able to hit it big or get a little bit of prestige, in the comics industry beyond like this first year, like a couple of years down the road. And if a couple of years down the road, Comic Bento is still going, guys, I would love to curate a box. I really would. Although part of me wants to curate a Halloween theme that's based around vampires. I'm sorry, I don't know why that's the first thing that comes to my mind, but it is. But anyway, guys, we're past 25 minutes. We're almost going on to 30. I did not want to make this a long unboxing video, but you guys know me. I tend to ramble and I tend to rant and I tend to do everything else, but I'm all over the place. I'm animated because I really was kind of chomping at the bit to open this box and like actually do this video for you guys. So I'm stoked. I made a very wise decision in saying that Comic Bento was a service that I was going to really enjoy and stick with. And as long as it makes financial sense, I definitely will stay with this because, like, this is a great service. And it's also a great surprise because you never know what you may get, but it's always, to me, I think going to be half the fun of it because you may get books that you wanted to check out but just could not actually afford or could not find because it was sold out. So that's definitely, you know, any of you guys who want to check out Comic Bento, I definitely approve of it. So I mean, just give it a try, even if it's just for a month. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's something new and it's something fun and different. That's all it really is. So with that, guys, I will bring this long-winded, what was supposed to be a simple unboxing and go thing to now, like, I don't know where it went. It just went all over the place. But with that, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I will do the nerd block tomorrow if it comes in on time, and if I'm not like too awfully exhausted. If not, then I'll try to do it like that Sunday or so. But knowing me, I'll probably be chomping at the bit and be excited to actually do that unboxing as well. But cheers to Gale and the Comic Bento guys. And with that, I will see y'all another time. And also, I really need to sit down and start working a little bit more on my manuscripts. Otherwise, I'm going to fall behind, including a secret project that I may actually win, I might not. I can't tell you, because it's all confidential. But I'm in the closing moments of it, and I'm excited. I think you guys know what I was referring to. You know, I can't really, you know, can't really, you know, give you guys much, you know, away. You know, I can't, you know, you know, you know, you can look at the movie, but it's not what you think it is, but rather it's what's associated with, you know, the Kick-Ass movie here. I'm being probably a little bit not quite so subtle, but you guys get the point. I can't flat out tell you guys I'm not necessarily writing Kick-Ass. But I'm not completely denying it either. I'm going to leave that up in the air for you guys for now, because this is just an unboxing video. It's not me giving speculations on what I may or may not be doing in the comics industry or what I may be writing or submitting to. Anyway, I've said probably more than I probably should have on that matter. But anyway, I seriously am now going to get off here, guys, because I'm ranting, rambling, and I'm not getting to the point like I have been this entire video. So, I was going to say toodles, and then I'm like, no, that's... Why am I going to... You know what? Never mind. I'm just going. I'm going.